Hello and happy Wednesday, everybody. I hope your day's been going well. It has been a little bit of a stormy last few days here in North Georgia. We've had multiple rounds of shower and thunderstorm activity pass through, and we're going to continue to have that as something possible as we head throughout the day here on Wednesday. A lot of shower and thunderstorm activity to our west. Look off to our east, too. Over in South Carolina, they had a severe thunderstorm warning earlier on, but now things have quieted down a little bit for them, and here in North Georgia, much quieter as we head throughout the 2:30 time frame here on Wednesday. Of course, we're going to talk about everything in this update as we do every week, giving you a full look at that 7-day forecast, talking about that extended forecast from day 8 through day 14, helping you plan out what you may be doing this weekend, and then also talking a little bit about how that weather could be impacting you and whether or not you're going to need to run those sprinklers or not as we head throughout the beginning of next week. So to get things started, let's go ahead and take a look outside as to what we have outside as of 2:30 on Wednesday. Not really seeing a lot of activity. We do have some cloud cover up towards Rome. That's going to be good because that cloud cover could stop us from seeing strong to severe storms as we head into the latter part of the afternoon and into the early part of this evening. We also see that out towards noonan. A little bit of cloud cover there, but still beautiful. No delays at the airport. We have had multiple systems pass through this week, though, that have caused delays out there. It's nice to see everything going clear here for the middle of the week, and then looking down towards downtown and Midtown as a whole, looking gorgeous there too. But over last night, it was a little stormy at times. Notice the time frame here. We head throughout the overnight hours, lots of cloud cover builds in, a lot of shower and thunderstorms moved through last night, and they were very noisy storms, a lot of lightning, a lot of thunder, very heavy rainfall at times, but thankfully nothing severe with that. Then as we started off today, everything was nice and quiet out there with just a few showers here and there. And temperatures, they're pretty cool compared to what we had a couple weeks ago. 80 degrees in Atlanta, 80 in Marietta. We have 79 in Canton, 76 in Blairsville. Moving into this afternoon, those temperatures are going to eventually rise back up into the lower to mid 80s, and it is going to be a little bit on the cloudy side at times to go along with it, with the possibility of some showers and storms. Now, don't forget to download this 11 Alive app. It can be great for all your weather and news information whenever you're on the go. You can get it from the Apple Store, you can get it from the Android Store, the Google Store, and then also Roku and Fire TV. We're on that platform right now. Don't forget to make sure that you're downloading the 11 Alive Plus app for Roku and Fire TV. You can get a lot of extra content there and really get some more information about what could be going on around North Georgia, and also this extra weather information that we do every week. So make sure you download from all those locations, and you can keep updated whenever you're on the go as well. So radar, not showing much in the way of rain. We kind of showed that a little bit earlier on, looking off into North Georgia, or North Alabama, excuse me, rather. We do see some shower and thunderstorm activity west of Huntsville. Those showers and storms are going to continue to push off to the east. They were severe, some of those storms, when they were closer on towards Tupelo, Mississippi, but they've kind of collapsed a little bit as they've continued to push on into portions of Alabama there. And it looks like they're going to continue to weaken as they get closer towards us. But we also have more storms back here closer on to Little Rock, stretching all the way down into Texarkana. They have a severe thunderstorm watch there that we're going to have to keep a close eye on. Some of those storms will be trying to push into our direction, and we'll have the chance for a few strong to severe storms as we head into the latter part of this afternoon and into tonight. A slight risk for severe weather. That's a level 2 out of 5 for right there along the Georgia and Alabama border. That just lets you know that we could have a little bit more than just 1 or 2 storms become strong to severe. We'll keep a close eye there right on that edge, but storms should be weakening as they move into our region. A marginal risk, which is a level 1 out of 5, lets you know that just a storm or 2 could be strong to severe. Now, the main threats from these storms is going to be damaging wind and possibly a storm or 2 with large hail, but it's really going to be damaging wind and then also some really heavy rainfall. Here's a look at the timeline. By 5:30, seeing some of those storms move into Rome, trying to move in, that is. They'll continue to try to push through as we head to around 12:30 a.m. And look at the time frame here, 2:30. So it's not just late this afternoon, it's also into this evening when we're going to have those storms possible. By 2:30 a.m., noisy thunderstorms possibly moving into the Atlanta metro and passing through. Those storms continue to move to the east-southeast by 4:30 a.m., still impacting us. But by the time you make that morning commute, for the Atlanta metro at least, the showers and storms should be out of here, and then we'll have a quieter rest of the day as we head throughout the day on Thursday with drier conditions. And look at where the winds are coming from. It will be some lower dew points just by a bit, so we'll feel a little bit more comfortable outside compared to the soupy air mass that we have overhead right now. Temperatures rising into the mid-80s there as we head throughout the day on Thursday. And then as we move into Friday, looks like we could have a little bit of rain chances in there, but the rain chances won't be as high as what we have for Wednesday today. So the storm threats again, looking like a damaging wind will be the main threat as far as severe weather is concerned. Heavy rain is also going to be something that's really impactful for us. And then as we move into the hail category, you see it's going to be very low, and we're really not seeing a risk of tornadoes, which is good. We need the rainfall. So the heavy rainfall is kind of important for us right now. We kind of fell behind in the month of May. We finished the month behind what the normal is, but we're not behind for the year anymore, thanks to the fact that we had such wet conditions there for February all the way through April. June, we picked up some good rain earlier on this week, and that should continue to keep us ahead of the normal as we move into the next few days here. So not seeing any issues there as far as drought is concerned, and we should continue to stay fine because we have the heavy rain that's going to be possible today into tonight. And then we will be drier for Thursday. But for Friday and Saturday, some slight to moderate chances for shower and thunderstorm activity in there. I know you don't like to see the rain chances in on Saturday, but the good news is that the rain chances are going to be so low, just a 30% chance. So not all of us are going to see rain. And then we get the drier conditions in there for Sunday. But it's going to start to crank up a little bit for the heat, that is. 88 degrees for the high, 92 by Monday, 95 by Tuesday. If we hit 95 on Tuesday, that will be the hottest temperature that we've had so far this year for Atlanta. So just be ready. We're moving into those hotter months. So it's not out of the norm for us to see the temperatures really crank up. Now for the next week, how much rain are we going to get? Well, it's looking like the Atlanta metro could get about 1/2 of an inch of rain. Majority of that falling for today into tonight. And then far north Georgia could see about 1/2 of an inch to an inch of rainfall, which should continue to help us stay out of that abnormally dry to moderate drought conditions. We want to make sure that we avoid that. And you can see that abnormally dry conditions are currently not in place for North Georgia. Of course, the drought monitor updates every Thursday, so we'll see the latest update as we head throughout the day tomorrow, and then, of course, continue to keep you updated on that as we head throughout next week as well. So what about day 8 through day 14? Looking beyond that 7-day forecast, starting to look closer into the end of the month of June and the official start of summer. It's looking like it's going to feel like it. Above average temperatures likely not just for us here in North Georgia, but a majority of the eastern half of the United States is going to start off the summer season with above average temperatures. So we're talking big heat here. Lower to mid 90s for highs would be above average for us, and just be ready for that. The big heat's going to be moving in. Also below average rainfall. So it's good that we're getting the extra rain at the moment, because from day 8 through day 14, looking at the end of the month of June, it's looking like we are going to see some drier conditions move back in. Of course, it's hurricane season 2 that began June 1st. The peak of the season isn't typically until the early to middle part of September. So we still have a while to go before we start to see a lot more systems out there in the tropics. Tropical Storm Alex was named just after it passed over the Florida Peninsula last week, continued its way off into the Atlantic, and then just kind of became a post-tropical system. So no longer concerned with that, and no chance for tropical development in the Atlantic Basin over the next 5 days. Of course, if any of that changes, we'll continue to keep you updated on that right here at 11 Alive. So what about the weekend getaways? That lets you know if you may be headed down to the beach, well, you're not going to be dealing with any tropical systems. That's the good news. But if you're headed down to Destin, you could be dealing with some shower and thunderstorm activity all weekend. Maybe a better weekend to head on over towards Charleston, South Carolina, where you're only having some rain chances there on Saturday. Savannah, just rain chances on Saturday, maybe better down there. And then you see Lake Lanier if you're headed staying closer to home. Not as high on the rain chances, and temperatures sticking around in the 80s until we head into the early part of next week. Going to be great lake weather there with those temperatures rising into the lower 90s. Nice to cool off and swim in the lake if you wanted to kind of have a relaxing day. Take that extra day off at the end of the weekend. And then your Georgia State Park forecast for Thursday, showing us that we're going to be having temperatures rise into the 80s there for highs. If you're headed out to any place to check out some of the waterfalls or maybe some of the rivers, know that some of the water could be swift tomorrow because of the heavy rain that we had. So please take it easy. You don't want to put yourself in a dangerous situation. Always remember, never get in the water alone. That's always something to keep in mind whenever you're thinking about going swimming. Always make sure that somebody's there with you, even if you're a great swimmer. And then also, waterfalls should look stunning thanks to all the heavier rain that we have had more recently. Whenever you have that heavy rain, it always allows for a little bit more beauty there and a little bit more flowing water with those waterfalls. So again, going back to the 7-day forecast, not having too many chances for rain over the next week. The best chance is going to be for today on Wednesday. Much drier again for Thursday, and you see the temperatures cranking up just a little bit. By the way, for Thursday, that is going to be 88 degrees, but it is also going to be not as humid compared to what we've been dealing with more recently. You see the higher rain chances again in there for Friday and Saturday. And then by Sunday, that's going to be the best day of the week, it's looking like. That's going to be when we have a 10 on the whizometer, and we'll see the whizometer number go down only for Monday and Tuesday because of the fact that the temperatures are going to be cranking up so much, all the way up there to 95 for the high on Tuesday. So what's the hottest temperature that we have had so far this year? I know that some may be wondering that, considering that Tuesday could end up being the hottest temperature that we have so far. So far, we have only hit 92. You know, we have only hit the 90s 3 times this year so far in Atlanta. June 1st, June 2nd, and then we hit, that's when we hit 92. And you see on May 19th, we hit 90 degrees. So the rainfall has kind of helped us stay a little bit cooler here after we had the really hot start to June, that more recent rainfall. But again, those temperatures are going to start to crank up again by the time we head into the middle of next week. So try to enjoy the rainfall that we have today. Considering that the middle to latter part of the month may be a lot drier by what models are trying to show us. Be ready to start running those sprinklers again, considering that we do end up having a little bit of drier periods there as we make our way into the end of June. And then also just be ready for that big heat that we have coming on just in the early part of next week. So we'll continue to keep you updated on everything again right here at 11 Alive. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, on Twitter. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel on YouTube. Remember to download that 11 Alive Plus app for your Roku and Fire TV devices. It can be great to get that extra information whenever you're at home. We add extra content to those channels so you can get all sorts of updates on anything that could be happening here in North Georgia, including the forecast like what we have going on right now. Also, make sure that you are downloading the 11 Alive app to your mobile devices so you can get updates whenever you're on the go. Of course, with those Roku, Fire TV platforms, as well as the app, you can get the newscasts at home. So maybe you don't have cable TV. You can watch on Roku and Fire TV the weather updates and the newscast straight at home, and then take it with you whenever you're on the go with your mobile devices. So I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of your week, weekend, and early start to next week. We'll, of course, have another update for you right here next Wednesday. Have a wonderful rest of your week.